First of all, pass.
Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning, good morning. You guys awake? How's it going? How's it going? Oh my gosh, guys. Back for another day of Crypto Chaos. Yes, Crypto Chaos continues, guys. 80K. We just hit 80K. 79,500 last night in the middle of the evening hours. It looks like 4 o'clock in the morning. 4:30. How's it going, Cliff? How's it going? I don't feel good. Yeah, it does. I mean, it does and it doesn't. Yes, 100%. I agree with you. Easy in the chat. Too high, too fast, right? Too much running. I know it's crazy to say stuff like that, but it's true. It's true. We cannot do this without a pullback. My idea from last night, if you guys were hanging out with me last night, since it was parabolic, we couldn't really change anything particularly or predict anything, with any accuracy during a parabolic run. FOMO is still hitting the markets. Foreign market is buying the FOMO. Yeah, I guess you could say we kind of won last night. I did, of course, show you guys likelihood of us touching this. We're going to be, I would say, what would I say, like 60, 45, 50? I don't even remember anymore. It's all blur. That's what happens with the FOMO. Let's see what we got. All right, so still waiting for a retracement, but we did pretty much hit that target. that target, guys, that was actually broke through it. This is a target we've had on the channel since back in May. This is of course our peak. We didn't expect this to happen like this. Expected a slow trend up to possibly the top of this channel, and that would be, of course, hopefully the start of our inverted head and shoulders, which I hope we send us down lower, not. One more time, and then a breakout soon into the beginning of September. I would say the middle to end of September, if clarity gets passed. All right, that's still on the board. That's pretty much what we hit last night. I couldn't believe it. For the simulation, I guess. I don't know. Stupid. But yeah, this has been on my freaking chart forever. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. For the simulation. All right. So yeah, that's still ongoing. We did not come back down to trend yet. Are we going to do that today? By 10 a.m., you'd think that America would want to maybe partake in some of this. It's a hot potato right now, guys. This is what we're doing. Musical chairs, hot potato. We're in a bull rally in a bear market. The trend is still down. Of course, we haven't confirmed anything yet. We need to verify, of course, wait and verify that we are actually on a bull trend. We're not on a bull trend yet. There's not enough time here. There's not enough, of course, of anything to show us that we're doing anything but, of course, a downtrend. Beginning of a breakout, sure. But we're still on a downtrend. All right. Let's see what else we have in the chat, guys. Oh, boy. Hello, winning. Hello, Morning Chaos. Good morning, G-Dog. Can you give me my uncle, good old Uncle Lou? Skunks. A shout out for copying his first Bitcoin bag. Let's go, Uncle Lou. Although I would have recommended not in the middle of a FOMO breakout. Right. It's going to hurt eventually, says Easy. Yes, it's going to hurt eventually. Ooh boy. And I welcome it. We've had this on the chart, guys. It's no big surprise. Even if we pull back, if we don't, we don't. But if we do, we've already expected it, right? Easy says I like it's like hooking up with a really hot chick and then waking up and realizing she's a ladyboy. Shout out to Thailand. Yes. F Crypto says crypto quit this morning. Stop talking in circles. We mooning or what? We're still mooning, but how realistic is this rally? And I'm with Easy on this one. We can continue to go. I can tell you that a lot of other things are still continuing to run. I looked at this morning. Brent this morning, so you got $94 a barrel. Right? How's gold doing this morning? Gold sitting right now at 4,562. About ready to hit, again, that target. A little late on it, though. But still waiting for it to hit the trend, get back on trend, and start climbing again this year. Hasn't happened yet. Silver, same thing. bit farther away from that trend line. Hasn't happened yet. And of course, the S&P 500 is still slipping a little bit. Still slipping like that, $200 away from all-time highs again. Yeah, something like that. Hard to see with all the freaking gaps. Okay, yeah. Again, still holding on the trend. So at least that's going in the right direction, I guess, for them. All right, Bitcoin about ready to retest 77K and right the morning open. We got 5 minutes till the opening bell. I have a bunch of stuff I want to share with you guys. We got to get to it. Oh no. Easy says, "Don't look now, Q. Swift is pumping." Shut up. That's so stupid.
Stupid.
Oh, jeez. All right. It's also got 77K right now on Binance. We just hit it again, guys. We just hit it again. Again, pulling back from a high of $79,550 last night. Basically, testing 80K. Disgusting. I mean, guys, we remember what we started the week, right? Remember what we started the week? 62,000 and some change, right? Here we are sitting almost 20 grand higher. Disgusting. All right. 79.3, 24-hour high. I see 79.5. I see 795. All right, it's a Binance chart, of course, a little bit of a premium there. Stop. I get to greetings, Bricks. Let's get into it. We got to get on with it. There's a whole bunch of stuff to get into, guys. I have a bunch pulled up, and we got 4 minutes. 4 minutes to do it.
Bloomberg Tech. Elsewhere, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the administration will unveil a new fiscal consolidation plan within days and expand buybacks of longer-dated debt. He downplayed the latest bond market reaction with reporters yesterday.
Anything that happens within a 24-hour period is noise. We are
we're at 36 now.
We're
at 48.
In a thinly traded market.
72. It's not just noise, Bessent. Okay, all right. We also mentioned, finally got to mention this morning about crypto.
Nora.
And crypto stocks are going
names
up.
On the move for you this morning. First up, crypto stocks rallying with Bitcoin on track for its biggest weekly gain in more than 2 years. Optimism picking up after President Trump met with industry leaders and called on Congress to pass the Clarity Act. You're seeing shares higher across the board here. Over in tech, Baird upgrading Parsons to outperform.
All right. So that's a mention, of course, the crypto this morning. Still no real talk about Bitcoin, though. My God, what are we doing?
And we'll be discussing this and all things Fed on Bloomberg special coverage of Jackson Hole. That will kick off next week, starting Thursday.
Yep.
Elsewhere, retail earnings this week giving some mixed signals. Many U.S. retailers raised their full-year outlook, but a huge sales miss from Walmart.
More doom for retail.
Of consumer deceleration.
They're finally saying it, guys. The same thing I was saying at the beginning of the year. They're finally saying it. Retail does not have the resiliency that Wall Street expected at the beginning of the year. It's ridiculous that they even thought so. All right. What else do we have?
President Trump is offering some beef relief for American consumers,
beef relief.
Temporarily easing tariffs on certain ground beef imports. The U.S. will allow more beef into the country.
Americans can't afford beef anymore.
Trump says that it will be sold 25% below market prices. Canadian
Cutting that back. Oh, yeah. Also, Canada getting close to that.
Canadian Prime Minister
tariff,
Mark Carney is nearing a trade deal with President Trump. His next challenge will be convincing his country that swallowing some tariffs is worth the greater economic certainty a deal would bring. That bet is that stability can help unlock business investment. And Iran's president saying it would be better to end the war now, according to the semi-official Iran Students News Agency.
You believe that?
He says that Tehran is negotiating from a position of strength and defended the proposed agreement against hardliners, saying it was unanimously approved by Iran's top security council and does not amount to capitulation.
All right. Yeah. So they, of course, mentioned Brent crude at 94 today.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on.
And then we do have, of course, the Kospi. Kospi actually had a decent day, kind of a sideways chop, a little bit up and to the right, almost a full % up on the Kospi last night. Again, continuing that momentum, thankfully, after, of course, the big giant sell-off it had over the last 2 or 3 months. Disgusting. All right. Everything is disgusting right now. Just wake up and drink some disgusting coffee, I guess. Holy hell. Gnarly, man. In the right direction and also very, very scary. All right, direction possibly soon. Correction, no, it's not, says EZ. We need imports. Make beef American again. Nunya, 79.5 to get to soon 88K, dude. That's a bit too fast. Too fast. The longer Bitcoin pumps in the news ain't talking about it is good. Eventually they'll get more people to get in. Can you continue the pumps? The problem is FOMO is going to hit retail eventually, and retail is going to be too late, and that's why they're ignoring Bitcoin. They're trying to, of course, avoid a rally of immense measures followed by retail FOMO. All right, so that's what they're trying to avoid. All right, let's get back into that. We have we're right on the dot right now. Our opening bell.
NASDAQ to celebrate the Freedom 250 IndyCar race this weekend in Washington, D.C. My car people, I wish Matt was here, need to message me because I know F1, I don't know IndyCar. I'm assuming that's an IndyCar, then a Corvette is there for whatever reason. Is there a race related to that? Either way, I worry for the roads in Washington, D.C., but I'm sure it will be very pretty to speed past monuments. Defiance ETFs, they're ringing the opening bell down at the NASDAQ, and they have surpassed $1 billion AUM. Congratulations to them. They have a lot of like robotics, AI, those types of ETFs that they offer. At the opening bell, looking at Broadcom, this is also rebounding after having a weak day yesterday, up 1.5%. They're also said to be in talks to raise more than $60 billion in debt for AI chip financing. Sources telling Bloomberg that the agreement will benefit Anthropic, among other companies. We're also wrapping up a busy week of earnings. Ross Store raising its annual profit outlook for the second time this year. BJ Wholesale sees record membership in the second quarter, and because of that, we're seeing pretty good rebound, pretty good rally for these stocks, up 5% for Ross. BJ's goes up 2.4%. We are back with Stephanie Guild, Robinhood Chief Investment Officer. Stephanie, just to pick up on where we were talking about before the commercial break, this idea that there are pockets of concern. If you are worried about pockets, what do you do? How do you position? And what is this market telling us about the ability to even hedge against those pockets of concern?
I mean, I think the market is kind of starting to show you how you do it. In that gold, you've seen kind of a pop up. You've seen Bitcoin be a pop up, because I think the underlying thing is that debt is a significant part of this fueling this growth. And so that means that, the hurdle rate has to be there. And so there'll be wobbles when the hurdle rate may, at least comes into question. And so with that, I think you want to have some things that'll be solid. I also like owning things like healthcare now, which we've had in our portfolios and Robinhood strategies, but looking to add a little more. Just places that can be a little more stable, and I do think healthcare is going to phenomenally benefit from AI.
Even the announcement earlier this week, I feel like I've been talking about this all
we're
week.
Still skating around
so
Bitcoin.
Moderna having a vaccine, and that can potentially stop the reoccurrence of melanoma.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how much was AI even contributed to that.
I mean, I think I was talking about this with a friend the other day, like in the realm of mathematics, in the realm of science, in the realm of healthcare.
What are we doing here, Robin? Come on. CIO, what are we doing? All right, not even mentioning, of course, the Bitcoin rally after last night. Insane. Absolutely insane. They're like, oh yeah, you can come on and talk, but don't talk about Bitcoin.
We've had the CEO of Silicon Data come on before, who's launching compute futures with the CME. How are you thinking about that?
I mean, I think it's relevant in terms of like it's creating a new asset class. It's creating an arm of tech companies that are becoming banks. Like if you think about, I feel like NVIDIA is turning into a financing arm because they know it as well as. All
right, we're getting nothing out of the CIO of Robinhood this morning. What are you doing, Robinhood? What the fuck? All right. Talking about pharmaceutical drug companies and freaking. Yeah, whatever. All right, Meta so is to losing state lawsuits this year. Let's get them, says Nunya in the house. XRP freaking moving. Yes. Almost 40% now since the beginning of this rally, guys. $1.40 is being tested right now with XRP. Let's take a look at that. In a similar, of course, fashion to Bitcoin on the breakout. I showed you guys last night on the normie searches that XRP was starting to break out. Again, I've never seen that retest against Bitcoin in such a strong way in the middle of the bear market. That happened, of course, last night on the Google searches. All right, let's get back over here. And again, I'm like, dude, this is something that doesn't happen in a bear market. Are we in a bull market already? No.
To rent compute futures.
But it's weird.
Can you buy those companies as a monolith, or are you getting more selective in what you want to own among the hyperscalers?
Way more selective.
All right, Robinhood, you're boring me. Okay, let's get back over to CNBC this morning. We got to get back into the chat as well. Everything is just ripping. We gotta hurry up and get to sentiment.
We just kind of milk it for a while. There's just not an option to do that. And I think it's a struggle for the overall stock market to think in those terms.
Broadcom.
You know, so many years of, you know, these are asset-like companies that just kick off free cash flow. So we all have to have an opinion on when this converts to being kind of reaping the benefits.
And as I say over and over again, I'm sure people are tired of hearing it. The numbers are just, you can't really even get through. By the way, they are also, this is part of, again, previously announced back in June, to enable over 20 gigawatts in compute capacity for the lead.
All right, I remember Broadcom. Okay, what are we doing in the chat, guys? The longer Bitcoin pumps and the news ain't talking about it is good. I think I'm right there with you. Meta to losing multiple state lawsuits this year. Let's get them. We got to get into overall sentiment. All right, I don't think they're gonna spend too much time talking about us little boys over here. Overall market cap, guys, is nothing to sneeze at. Oh my gosh, 2.5 now sitting at basically $2.6 trillion. We have now added about $400 million to the overall market cap in just a matter of days. Looking at, that's almost $500 trillion, guys. Looking at overall sentiment this morning, let's get into it. Let's see if the stock market's coming back in any meaningful way. They're still not back at greed. They're still neutral. 53 on the stock market's fear and greed index. And looking at crypto fear and greed this morning, we have crypto at 72 in greed. Insane. Pinch me is a real insane. This is the second day now in the 70s. And again, starting the week off Wednesday, getting it into greed for the first time since like March. Maybe April. I think April we might have touched greed. I don't know. I still feel like that rally happened and we were still in neutral. This is disgusting. Okay. A lot of disgusting things happening today. Continuing on the Dixie, 98.79. The Dixie continuing, of course, to struggle to stay higher, as of course the announcements were made by Besson to, of course, print more money to buy your own debt. All right, moving on. U.S. national debt currently sitting at $40 trillion, 55 billion today. All right, let's get into bubbles, guys. Bubbles. Everything is green. Everything is awesome, yeah. Looking at the top 100 here, another 6.6% day. It's like the Wednesday just continues to give. Oh, man, it's the same sort of day we had on Wednesday morning. 7.7 on the top 200, 5.9 on the top 300, 6.7 on the top 400. Just continues to pass on these gains. Where is the pain? I've been saying it for months. Where is the pain? It feels like the bottom is in. All right. Nothing is down today. Hex is down 2% on a single day. Bitcoin Cash is up 20%. What the hell, man? Who the hell's buying that shit?
Stupid.
BTW continues to rip 30%. ENA is up 43% on a single daily move. On the weekly here, nothing is down. There's no more pain, guys. No more pain. On the monthly, there's nothing oversold. What else are we looking for here? Pumped up funds up 100% on the month now. BTW is up 620 and Hex up 239. Seems like we're starting to come out the gate swinging. We're not even at the end of the year yet. Looking at the biggest movers here on the top 200, right? Everything is up. Holy crap, everything is up. Even Jasmine's up 16% in a single daily, guys. Coming back to life. Almost back to the 2222 prices at about 2044 this morning. Looking at XPL is up 24%. This is the biggest movers we see here out the gate. Again, coming back from some pain. XCN's up 14% today too. On the daily. Looking at the weekly, we're the biggest movers on the weekly. Ansom's coming back. That's the Black Bull. Black Bull's coming back. That's the biggest mover we have here. Some of the memes getting some love now. Let me take a look at my meme portfolio this morning and tell you know how I feel about it. What if what if came back to $30 million market cap? What if what if we went to $1 billion market cap? I still don't see it. I think they're all full of moon juice. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in the monthly. Anything? Not really. AKE is still up 300% on the month. There's no pain. Not a single thing oversold now, except for Build On. That is all you got. 33% off on Build On. Who's buying that? Nobody, apparently. Only movers we have the downside on the weekly are Humanity and AKE. Again, guys, there's only 2 or 3 oversold assets right now in the entire space within the top 1 and 200. That is it. That's all you get. There's no time. There's no opportunity to buy right now. So if you're holding on to your butts, if you're looking to buy, hold on to your butts and praying for a pullback. Praying for a pullback. Bitcoin just touches 77K again at the open. Last night, guys, at 4 o'clock in the morning, we hit 79,500 freaking dollars. All right, let's get back. Oh my God, when crash, says Dylan Crum. Exactly. When crash? It just keeps going. Jackson Hole. Usually there's a pause before Jackson Hole, and crypto is running like a madman. I would say maybe we see stocks rally at Jackson Hole, and maybe crypto pulls back at Jackson Hole. At this point, we gotta just sit on our hands and wait. You don't have to do anything, guys. Take some profits on maybe some of your coins you don't have super high conviction long term with. That's what I'm probably gonna do. If SWE, for example, gets back to $1, I'll be taking a whole bunch of profits on that. SWE's right now sitting at 80 cents. Again, it's going to take a little longer for the altcoins to finally catch up with the boost from Ethereum and Bitcoin. Ethereum's still killing it as well. My God, guys, since the beginning of the week, now up 30%. And yeah, like I mentioned, XRP is probably one of the biggest movers here, up 40% now since the beginning of the week. All right. Let's get back to it. All right. Let's see what else we have in the chat. Media doesn't want to talk about this run. They are in bed with stocks. They don't want to collapse stocks and roll over cash into crypto. But it's going to happen anyway. 100% Nick, love it. We're going to see the capitulation moment, the rotation of capital, as we, of course, been waiting for years to finally focus back on crypto. And of course, Clarity is still a little bit holding us back. Cliff, what do you got, Cliff? This morning, what do we got? Bull market in 20. Yes. Elmo's back up. Enjoying a good morning with crypto today. I can't wait for that next run. Elmo's gonna love it. All right, let's see. Big Pharma and Wall Street and stocks to survive. Is this dead cat bounce or really the end of the bear market? I'm right there with you, Gillen. It's too cloudy to tell. It's too soon. I would say we got to rip. We got to come back down. But you know what? It took the entire month of April for us to finally, and April, and then half the month of May to finally come back down. So you just never know when it comes to crypto. I would say this could be the beginning of the rally. We're getting closer to that every single day. We do not come back down or retrace. I don't like the feeling of going up forever. It's uncomfortable, even though it's profitable and you feel happy in your portfolio. It's just not healthy for the market. It could be maybe the first like sign that we're getting close to the end of the bear market. If we're looking back to the previous bear cycles, I've been talking about this all year as well. We pretty much have the amount of time it takes for us to find the bottom, and we're getting closer to that. What is on average 250 300 days was what we were looking at the beginning of the year for that bear market cycle to pretty much end here this year. So this was the last one we had. The first one we had, or I guess the last one was relevant, was 2018. The bear market lasted 896 days, and then the bear market lasted in 2022 about 532 days. And if we kind of break this down into like maybe, of course, a diminished amount of time, we're looking at a possibility of maybe like 325 days, 350 days. I think that's 350 days, just almost a year, right? 315. Right now we're sitting at like 290. We're really effing close to that target I was showing you guys at the beginning of the year, and that was back in February. Talking about market caps, talking about the bottom of the market caps, right? Where's the money, right? It's the same stupid $200 billion going back and forth at the bottoms. I've been talking about this stuff all year. So again, we are getting really close to the bottom. This might be the first sign that the bottom is coming. It probably already happened. It probably already happened when we wicked down to 57 on a wick. We're probably going to sweep the lows one more time. That's been the idea now on my channel since back in like May. And then we're going to, of course, see that run, especially if Clarity gets launched, guys. If Clarity passes on the 15th of September, which right now has a 25% chance on that's 4 coin flips. On the odds, then yeah, I think we're gonna probably call it the bottom by the end of September. All right, unless there's a black swan event, somehow nuclear powers finds themselves into Iran. Who knows? All right, Clarity won't pass. The total market cap will go below 2 trillion. Crypto Quint. Oh yeah, he's going for the doom. He's swinging for the doom. Damn, dude. Yeah, there is a percentage that's going to happen, right? I don't think the investors want that to happen, right? I don't think Wall Street wants that to happen. I don't think big money wants that to happen. Smart money wants that to happen. So I would be probably working against that. If BlackRock doesn't want that to happen, then BlackRock it won't happen, right? And BlackRock always gets what they want. So I would assume that we're probably going to be like at a 20 to 30% chance of not that, of course, not passing. I'm kind of going contrarian to the Clarity Act right now on Polymarket. Is this dead cat? And even if it does, right? Even if it doesn't, we still have the CFTC and the SEC going to, of course, have some sort of rules for the road going into next year. I would say I would put a 25 to 30% chance going underneath the previous low, which is back there at 57. That's more realistically what I'm talking about here. All right, ETH hitting strong resistance at 2,400. Damn. Yeah, let's take a look at ETH real quick. Just wild, man. Yeah. So yeah, just doing the same sort of thing as Bitcoin as well. Just a little bit farther ahead. A little bit farther ahead. We still got to hit like 84K, $83,000 to hit resistance, the next level of resistance on Bitcoin. But yeah, Ethereum is right now already there. Holy crap, man. If that breaks out, man, going to almost $3 grand. We're going to see another bout of resistance at like 2,800. There might be a little bit of back testing here too as well. But yeah, it's mostly going to probably stop there. 2,800 on our rip, just on our rip. 2,600, maybe see a little bit of chop. There's a lot of touches right there. Holy crap on ETH. That's more than likely we'll see a pullback next. And then we'll see if we can get it back above 2,800. 3 grand is just going to be rips after that. All right, let's get back to it. 77,200 and climbing. Let's take a look at the order books and the weather in Bitcoin today, as we haven't done that, guys. There's nothing worth of buying right now on, of course, the market. I wouldn't be backing up the truck for a single asset today. Of course, chasing the FOMO. It's not something I do. All the money's made in the bear market, guys, and you may have missed the bear market.
I'd buy that for $1.
All right. Let's get back to the weather. Before I do that, I'm going to double check with see what we got going on here. Doomberg talking about NVIDIA. We're skating over Bitcoin mostly. CNBC, what are we talking about over here? S&P 500 Global Flash Services PMI, U.S. Treasury, okay, yada, yada. All right, let's look at the overall headlines as well. This morning, stocks rebound after sell-off, but remain on pace for weekly decline. No mention of Bitcoin. No mention. Gold rebounding. No, not to mention that Bitcoin's almost up $20,000 in the matter of 3 days. Don't mention that. Oh, wait, down here in the trenches. There you go. Not in the front page, though, of course. No. We won't do that. Bitcoin on track for 20% weekly gain. It's already past 20% weekly gain. It's over that. We're over that. That's old news. Okay. Let's see. Anything back here? We got to go into crypto news. Continue with, of course, the weather. 77,300. Where do we got the legs going today? Holy crap, guys. Let's see the next level that the bears are coming out to set up shop. And they're definitely setting up shop next soon. All right. Here we go. Look at the weather, guys. Look at the weather. Ooh, we're picking back up in overall volume again. Not as high, of course, because it is Friday. Not as high as it was on Wednesday or even Thursday here in the States. But last night we did, again, enter the foreign market at about 9, almost 10. I think by the end of my live stream last night, we were at 11 billion overall volume. So it's starting to pick up a little bit more on a Friday. That's crazy. Looking at 77,750 for the bears right now to defend. Basically going to be a 77,600 on that defense there. Also going to be coming back down here for the bulls to retest 77,300 soon, and it's kind of where we're stuck, I think, at the very moment. Could still see a breakout and more, of course, wreckage for the bears soon. But if we look at the 12-hour here, we're looking at a very, very strong level of resistance at 79K. We did skate past that just briefly last night, hitting that 79,500, just barely touching that 80K. It could have hit actually 80K on some exchanges, but Binance was the closest I've seen, 79,500. And so now the bears are setting up shop here. It's a very, very strong level of conviction and, of course, resistance at 79,000 flat. A little bit lower than that, we do have about 78,800, and that's probably going to be the line in the sand for the bears by the end of today. And I imagine on a Friday, likelihood of us getting through this is probably going to be a coin flip or less. 45 to 50% chance, of course, of getting that much sun today. That much sun in the weather, of course, today. But yeah, not very cloudy, pretty open. It's still pretty bullish right now in the short term. But damn, dude, the thunderstorms, the volatility is real, man. I've been talking about the thunderstorms all week, and we just haven't really slowed down, man. We just haven't slowed down. Going into the weekend, it's kind of slow. The liquidity's not there. Maybe we do see another breakout possibly by Monday, but I think we're gonna start to slow down. Jackson Hole's coming out next week. I guess Besson's gonna be there talking as well. Maybe something he said also ignites another rally into crypto. We just don't know. But as of right now, ETFs are loading up. People are, of course, getting FOMO. Overseas retail is exploding into the market. I think, yeah, we could probably still have a little bit longer to go just by looking at the on the short term. And again, on the long term, there's nothing to even look at here. You can't even look at this with any real expectation. Like, we got to come back down, right, to the trend line. That's still on the idea. I mean, like, you just can't run forever. We still haven't done it. We still haven't done anything. No pullback in sight yet. If we can still be bullish and on a trend going upward, even if we come back to about that $73,000 range, right? We just haven't had any stoppage yet, and we did see a little bit of a wick there. Looks like we did see a little bit of a wick there last night or this morning. 6 a.m. this morning. Is that right? No, 10 a.m. No, what the hell? At the opening bell. A little bit of a pullback on the opening bell. It looks like there. That's at 9:30. Yep. So we pulled back to 76,000 flat just briefly. And I mean, that's very strong conviction, guys, that we are buying this up. Let's take a look at the overall buy wall we have right now. You can see that mentioned there, 76K, a little higher than that, 76,300. A big buy wall there. A bigger buy wall here at about 74K. And again, the golden pocket, are we leaving that in the dust? This is so new. Wow, look at the heat starting to build up here at 72, 72.6, 73.8. Yep, I mean, it's starting to fill in all these gaps with, of course, more longs on Bitcoin. Man, yeah, the bears continue to get wrecked. I would not be shorting Bitcoin still today. It is Friday though. If you're gonna bet against the odds, today would be the day. Because liquidity is usually yeah, non-existent on a Friday. People want to go into the weekend, but yeah, that's what we got on the weather, guys. Still, I would say it's sunny. It's still sunny from the last two trading sessions, but a pop-up thunderstorm is still possible by the end of the week. Look, I'll be looking at that weekly close, right? It's going to happen at 8 p.m. with us later tonight. And also the close at the American Open, our American market is going to be, of course, 4 p.m. Eastern. So I'll be looking at those time frames with, yeah, some sort of verification that we're either going to continue this rally into the weekend or we're going to end it. Again, low liquidity, pretty much non-existent going into the weekend. All right, we'll, of course, talk about more of that later on tonight. Again, guys, if you like what you're seeing today, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, do all the things down below. Please support the channel. Let's go. No Name. Oh, whoa. $20 super chat coming in from No Name. Boom.
Money now. Me, money needing a lot now.
I can't even thank you properly, No Name. How you doing? Good day, mate. Good day to you as well, mate. No Name in the chat. Thank you so much for that $20 super chat. Australian. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Nick Levitt says, I just bought a small bag of SPA, 4 million market cap, and hasn't pumped yet. Thinking it's a good quick swing. Full-blown degen swinger right now. There's a lot of things right now to be loading up to on the next rally, next leg up. Guys, again, this last 3 days have just been Bitcoin's time to shine, XRP's time to shine, Solana's time to shine, all the big boys, right? Ethereum, SWI a little bit, but not really. ADA's doing pretty good now. 21 cents now on ADA. All the big boys, right? So once, of course, this time has gone a little bit past, we can verify that the breakout is going to continue. I don't know how, but maybe if we do actually verify that, then yeah, the smaller coins are going to rip. They're just going to boom. You wouldn't believe. That's usually how this goes, guys. Solana's at $90 now. Total chaos, guys. So much winning.
So much, you may even get tired of winning.
Holy hell. Holy hell. Right. Nunya in the chat says Paul Hogan Dundee is a living legend. Did he pass? It's usually when people bring up old actors like that. Did he pass? What else we have this morning? Good morning, guys. I didn't catch up with you guys in the chat. I apologize. Keem's in the house just said he bought more XRP. What? In the middle of the run? During the FOMO? What? Come on, don't do that. Stupid. Keem, don't run into the FOMO. You just never know when it's going to pull back. We have no capitulation in sight yet on this market. Insane. Still hanging out at $2.6 trillion. Let's get back over to TradFi. We got to get into crypto news, guys. We're a little late. A little late. We'll get into crypto news here in a second. Just a lot of FOMO this morning with Bitcoin possibly reaching for another leg up to 80K. All right, let's take a look at CNBC. Guys, if you want to watch the news for free, don't pay for what you get free. This is newslive.com bringing you the news for free. Talk about SpaceX this morning. Down a little bit, $132 on SpaceX. All right, 132. Musk says the next rocket catch is months away, and SpaceX stock sags because he's not producing anything. Okay. What else is new? All right, 77,300 on Bitcoin, testing 300 again. Again, always respect the 3s, the 6s, and the 8s. All right, so they're talking about SpaceX. All right, there. Let's take a look at what they're talking about on Bloomberg. Talking about Bridgeway, Blue Chip. Okay, I'm over it. Crypto news, guys. Let's get it. Crypto news. Solana cuts blockchain slot time to 350 milliseconds. Man. Laser Digital gets Japan's first crypto exchange approval in 4 years. Wow. They haven't approved a new exchange in 4 years. Biden says employees questioned in UAE cleared and released. Again, that's for the supporting terrorism or something like that. Here's what happened in crypto today. Let's take a look at that. It came out 8 hours ago from Cointelegraph, giving us a little bit of an update on what happened in the Asian market, hopefully. It looks like Standard Chartered's Jeff Kendrick said that 100,000 year-end Bitcoin is in sight and maybe too low now. Really? And that's again continuing to what they had said at the beginning of this week, calling for 100K by the year end at the beginning of this week. He said it might be too low now. He's looking at May towards its all-time high by the end of the year, getting a little too much FOMO, even coming from the big banks, with the recovery potentially accelerating after October 6th. October 6th. Jake! I go back to Jake. Jake! What happened, man? What happened? What happened to 55K in October? Where'd Jake go? Did he run away? Jake? Where? Jake? He's gone. Oh my God. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's over here hanging out in October. Okay. All right. Of course, if you guys didn't catch last week or this week, we did take away Jake's crown, as it doesn't seem like we're going to be hitting those lows. Of course, by the end of the year. That's kind of why I took away his crown. We'll see. I still am rooting for the underdog here. I really want to see a retracement, guys. I don't think we're going to hit those lows now. I think we're a little too focused now on possibly just getting going with venture capital and of course this market. But we could probably see one more sweep of the lows, get back to probably the possible trend line, 60K flat, maybe the high 50s, but I think a new low is probably not going to happen. Again, lower chance, I think maybe 30%. All right, let's take a look and see what we got in the chat. Living Legend, yes, easy. What do we have here? It's raining sideways.
Here's Ollie Williams with the Blackie weather forecast. Ollie?
It's gonna rain.
Thanks, Ollie. Let's go live to Ollie Williams with the Blackie weather report. Ollie?
It's raining sideways.
Sounds rough, Ollie. Do you have an umbrella?
Had one.
Where is it?
Inside out, 2 miles away.
Is there anything we can do for you?
Bring me some soup.
What kind?
Chunky.
All right. All right, so right now it's raining sideways with Bitcoin. 77,300 volatility still is out there. Crazy. All right, let's get into anything else from Cointelegraph. Mantra token sinks 18% to record low amid blockchain halt. Mantra was one of those tokens in the middle of the bull market, lost its investor confidence and dropped to like 90% in the middle of the bull market last year. So this thing continues to bleed. I thought I had a decent recovery recently, but I guess not. All right, anything else happening? AI expansion cost Bitcoin miners billions as returns lag. And again, a lot of miners have converted their ASICs to AI operations, and now we're finally getting back to almost break even for the miners when it comes to mining a single Bitcoin. There now, the average I think is like 78, maybe it's 83. I forget. What's the average? Average cost of Bitcoin to mine in August 2026. Difficulty has come down a bit. Let's take a look. What? The average cost to mine Bitcoin now in August is estimated between 32,000 and 59,000, depending on the efficiency of the mining hardware and electricity costs. Again, some of this is skewed because we do have, of course, very, very efficient production facilities now, of course, using hydro and other things. Lava, of course, the power of lava in like volcanoes in like El Salvador, etc. All right. So yeah, a bit low. All right. Let's see. Anything else we have going on here? CFTC chair says agency will move forward on crypto regulation if clarity fails. We already covered that yesterday. Let's get into some more out there, more broad spread crypto news. Bitcoin tops 77K as the best week since 2023. Guys, if they're comparing it to 2023, you know what happened in 2023? That was the bottom of the bear, the final months of the bear. Not even the bottom. The bottom happened in 2022. But right now we're sitting in 2022 in the cycle, right? 2023. What happened in 2023? We had banks start to collapse. We were in the middle of a war with Ukraine. That's when we started the war with Ukraine, and then Bitcoin just ripped out of nowhere. It always is going to happen when you least expect it. Arthur Hayes talks about the Bitcoin and Ethereum. He reveals his Ethereum price prediction and altcoin with the most investment. Is he still hype? I don't think he's still in hype. I think he dropped off his hype bag a while ago. Let's take a look and see what Arthur Hayes is doing with his conviction plays. All right, looks like the Ethereum entire cryptocurrency market is experiencing a major surge. Bitcoin has climbed to 79K, while Ethereum has surpassed 2,400. Still sitting above there right now. Actually, no, we just lost it. 2379. As the bullish sentiment in the market continues, Arthur Hayes, former CEO of BitMEX and closely watched figure, has made new statements about Bitcoin and Ethereum. He said, currently, excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum makes up the largest position on my portfolio. Compared to other cryptocurrencies, the risk of Ethereum's value falling to zero is much lower. I invest in specific portion of my money because it's attractive in terms of expecting returns to risk ratio. It almost sounds like mine. It sounds exactly like my portfolio. He's excluding Bitcoin. Ethereum makes up the largest portion of his portfolio. And it's the same here. I mean, excluding Bitcoin for me, Ethereum also takes up the largest portion of my portfolio. All right. So Hayes noted that Ethereum's weak performance in the recent bull cycle has a significant room to run and recover for Ethereum. He stated that Ethereum passes $3,000 level, it could rise, accelerate, and quickly climb to above $5,000. That was the previous all-time high, about $50 away from it. Twice. Since Ethereum's gains in the cycle have been relatively limited, there is still significant room for further upside, and that's it. I don't think he's talking about any small coins in the portfolio. He's just talking about the big boys, and honestly, those are the coins you want to have at the pop off at the beginning of the run anyway, because you're going to capture most of the exposure at the very beginning, and if you rotate from those coins, Bitcoin and Ethereum, into the smaller ones later, once the bull run starts, then yeah, you're going to, of course, capture some of that upside initially with crypto, confirming, of course, the breakout, and then getting into the small coins for more ROI and more risk. That's usually how you do it, guys. So I agree with that 100%. Cold Card ships firmware, $114 million Bitcoin theft, says AI helped catch more bugs. A little too late, of course, to be Doing the firmware update. Okay, a Crypto Quanta CEO and Chinese analyst. So it didn't matter anyway, even if they updated a million times. It was the seed creation that was the flaw. Crypto Quant CEO and Chinese analyst says the Bitcoin bear market is over and reveals their expectations. This comes from Crypto Quant this morning. Guys, we got 27 people in the chat. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Of course, support my channel is the easiest way to do so. Thank you so much. CryptoQuant says CEO and Chinese analyst says Bitcoin bear market is over, reveals the other expectations. Looks like reaching 279K last night. Bitcoin has gained approximately 23% in value since August 19th. Is the bear market really over? According to Crypto Quant, Qi Young-ju claims the Bitcoin bear market is effectively ended. The renowned CEO has stated that the recent recovery in Bitcoin indicates that the market remains strong and Bitcoin trend is resilient, suggesting the bear market may have effectively came to an end. He also mentioned that the bear market type recovery is often seen, a sign the bottom has been reached. However, Ju noted that a short-term pullback is still possible, adding that the resilience of the current price movement is a positive signal for Bitcoin. I have the same exact feeling as well. I think that if we're going to possibly get a pullback, it's just not going to be as low as people were expecting. Bitcoin looks strong here. These kinds of rallies in the bear markets usually signal the bottom of the bear has been reached, and we might see a slight dip, but the bear phase is largely over. All right, a lot of FOMO coming out, guys. A lot of hopium. A lot of hopium. Take that with a grain of salt. Of course, keep your head on a swivel. Zusu, U.S. debt crisis could push crypto bonds to on-chain / stablecoin demand. I get the feels, guys, that we're getting close to a recession, and Bitcoin's just going to have a good old time. What is Bitcoin Infinity Day? 821 ritual that bans selling for a day. What? Looks like 821, August 21st. That's the first I've heard of this. Bitcoin Infinity Day. It looks like we want to stop. That's today. We want to stop selling all around. It just push that culture into the space and see how far Bitcoin can go. I guess that's the idea here. Knut Savonholm, I don't know, started the tradition with a tweet on August 10th of 2021. It's the first I've heard of this. And I've been back since then. The 821 code ties the infinity symbol to Bitcoin's 21 million cap. Bitcoin Infinity Day arrives today and comes with one rule. Hodlers either buy or sit on their hands because the day forbids selling. The date hides the code. Rotate the 8 and it becomes the infinity symbol, while 21 points to Bitcoin's fixed cap of 21 million. Okay, I get it. Infinity to 21. Yeah, of course. 21 divided by infinity. That's where we are going with Bitcoin, as we always say. Swedish author Knut, I don't know, Savonholm floated the idea back then in 2021. And that's what's going on with that. I don't think we need to really go any further into that. That might have been originally where that came from. I know Michael Sarah used to say that all the time back in the day, especially around 2021 too. Yeah, it's infinity divided by 21 million. All right. Let's get back. Anything in TradFi before we come back to more crypto news? A lot of hopium
this
today.
Week. The 2-year yield, really the 2-year, the 10-year, and the 30-year all pretty much leveled out right now. The 2-year is at 4.21. Crude oil is at about where we were yesterday. Brent at $93.
All right, we're still up there with Brent. Down about $1, maybe half a dollar right now on Brent. Still at 93 and some change. Gold prices continue to rise, but don't talk about Bitcoin. It's so stupid. What
are you, stupid?
Bitcoin's up $20,000 fucking dollars in 3 days, and gold's up $50 in the last day. Let's take a look at the last 3 days. How much is gold up? If it doesn't want to crash, okay. Last 3 days here, in the grand picture, not crazy. It's up 5%. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's up like over 20%. We're not, okay. We're just talking about gold. That's fine. Whatever. All right, let's get back to more crypto news, guys. More crypto news. Let's take a look at CoinDesk this morning. Cold card shipped firmware. Yeah. An analyst split on whether Bitcoin surge past key levels signals a new bull run. We got another analyst coming out here with another opinion about the market. Who's saying this? Bitcoin's sharp turn towards 70K appears driven largely to a short squeeze. I mean, that's what we were looking at before Scott Besson came out and said that. All right, we were looking at just a short squeeze on Bitcoin, finally broke out. We recently had one on a lot of assets, right? And that's what we were waiting for, that 10-10 sell-off range to finally get squeezed. It was either going to go up or down, and it went up. All right, this is generally when the bottom looks like, what the bottoms look like. Greenspan, this is coming from Greenspan, Mati Greenspan at Quantum Economics. They begin with a short squeeze, a giant green candle, and then breaking above the technical levels. And then suddenly everyone with limited orders waiting for the Bitcoin to drop to 40K, which is ridiculous anyway, are now rethinking their strategy, telling themselves, I better get on board before I miss the boat. Then we had momentum traders, and again, everyone's longing Bitcoin and wrecking the bears. When asked if they believe that will still be a possibility for another drawdown, he says, I mean, it's possible. I wouldn't count on it. Again, I'm calling for like a 30% chance that we do actually sweep those lows one last time and maybe break a little lower. It's times like these that when SOMO tends to go into overdrive. It's exactly what we saw here in the last few days. Still way too early, though. Jason Fernandez, a market analyst, a co-founder of Ad Lunum, okay, did not agree, warning against getting too excited. Be cautious about calling this the end of the bear market, though, with the sustained spot ETF inflows and clear macroeconomic rate easing. My concern is that Bitcoin could run out of steam. It's overhead resistance. Bitcoin rose 79,200 on Friday. Again, actually hit 79.5. Before pulling back to 77,500. Greenspan doubled down anyway, saying to him, the current setup seems very familiar. He doubled down, saying that the odds of a significant pullback are looking very slim to none now. Again, we can go back to history a little bit here and take a look at the last bear. You can see if there's anything relatively close to what we just witnessed at the end of the bear that would be a fake out, right? So this is about a 27% rip so far. This week, 27% up on Bitcoin. Ridiculous. Let's get back to the bear market and see what happened last time. Where's the bear right here? What do we get back here? Was that 30% right at the end of the bear market? Right at the bottom? Looks familiar. Looks kind of familiar. Could be it, guys. We could be at the bottom of the bear. This could be it. We're a little early, right? We're a few months early. We're in August. We're not in December like the last time this happened. It's happened in the beginning of the year, 2023. On January, we did finally climb out of the bear bottom. That was on the 1st. So we're a bit early. We're about 3.5 months early on that one. All right. But it could happen. Again, we're speeding up the adoption rate. We're speeding up, of course, the diminished pullback, of course, and also how fast that we do, of course, break out beginning of the runs. We hit our first all-time high in 2024 and not in the post-halving year in 2025 like I usually see on the breakout. All right, let's get back to Doomberg over here. Let's take a look at anything else we're covering.
Spotify or anywhere you...
Yeah, talking about catching Bloomberg on Spotify. President Trump announced his plan to lower beef prices. We already talked about that in the news this morning. Anything else happening with the TradFi? Let's double check Yahoo Finance as well. Bitcoin nears best week in years. Front page on Yahoo. Let's go. Let's go, Yahoo. Not holding back. People are waking up and seeing this this morning. Looks like as of 2 hours ago, Bitcoin is back on the hot list. Interesting. What else we have? Brunswick bets on AI self-docking boats. We're going to be self-docking boats soon. Target date funds are booming. Bank of America's Harnett sees pressure on risk assets. A bond plan fails. Besson signals more treasury buybacks ahead. Goldman slowing inflation is best path forward to lower the U.S. yields. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. All right, moving on. Let's get back into more doom scrolling. How about we get into crypto news on Twitter next, as we usually do. Check our homework over here. If you guys like what you're seeing here, don't forget to like me on X and of course the YouTube and all the things. Support the channel, guys. It's the best way you do it for free. Let me get back with you guys in the chat before we jump over here and do some doom scrolling. 76,800 now. A little bit of a pullback now at about 10:15. This morning. Let's get back in here and see what else is going on the short time frames. Come on, get back. There we go. Still haven't pulled back to the trend line, guys. That's, again, what I showed you last night. But the only thing I could show you that I predicted would happen with Bitcoin coming back down today after this huge rip would be, again, on a Friday. It just makes the most sense. But this morning, what I noticed right out the gate was that we had this giant wick sending us right back up as soon as we got close to 76,000 flat. So 76,300 is probably going to be a really big battleground for the bulls and the bears this morning. We'll see how that holds, if it does. But realistically, it would make more sense to just come back down the trend line and then possibly going back up on Sunday night, again, leading into Monday morning. If we want to continue the run. I mean, come on. We can't go up forever, guys, right? Right? We can't go up forever.
The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
I guess we can.
Forever.
Right. all right. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy joy. Guys aren't bullish enough. No one's bullish enough. No one's ever happy enough either. Happy joy to you.
I don't think you're happy.
Happy
enough.
Friday.
I'll teach you to be happy. I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs. I told you I'd shoot, but you didn't believe me. Why didn't you believe me?
It's Friday, guys. Enjoy your weekend.
Happy joy.
I'll be staring at charts all day too. All right, happy Friday to you, Joey, and of course the family, the Otaku family. Yes, the Crypto Chaos crew. Let's go. Pump my ETH bag, says Dylan Crumb. I know, right? I know, it's nice. Finally, getting the pumpage from the bear days on ETH. I miss affordable health insurance. Me too, Nunya. I haven't paid for health insurance in like 4 or 5 years. Not investment advice. No, not financial advice. Okay. Cliff says, we got this. Luke Mike. What? Luke, what?
Bitcoin has lost the plot. And when I started buying Bitcoin and I've sold all of it.
I bought the dip.
He sold the bottom.
How I can't keep buying the dip. I have no money left to buy the dip.
Buy the dip.
Great. What do I buy the dip? Well, what am I going to pay for the dip? If I keep buying the dip, it keeps dipping. You got no money to buy the dip. You're out of dip.
This is the most bearish thing. I have zero desire. So last night I sold my Bitcoin. I sold my Bitcoin yesterday. I was holding a good amount of coins. I'm completely out of Bitcoin.
Everyone that's sold.
100% out
Everyone
of Bitcoin.
that's sold. It's around 60K.
Sold.
There's Tech Lead, if you guys know him on YouTube. He makes all his videos. He recently just put out a video, I think, like a few days ago. He's like, oh, should I have sold my Bitcoin? Oh, I probably shouldn't have sold my Bitcoin. But he was over leveraged. He screwed himself. That's Tech Lead.
We need to talk.
Yeah, you always need to talk. What are you doing? All right, so yeah, he just recently made a video too. Why I sold on my Bitcoin. That was a month ago.
And I suffered.
$20,000 ago. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so that happened a while back. All right. Thanks again, Cliff, for that one. What else do we got here in the chat? We got Dylan Forever. It's going up forever, Laura. Pump it up. Yes, Andy, we're going to pump it up. You guys aren't bullish enough. It's Friday. It's Friday, guys. And no one is, of course, bullish enough. Oh, wow. Here we go.
If you were bullish before, now you can take your bullishness, times it by 10, multiply it by another 25, add 2, and then times it by 1 billion, and you're still only half as bullish as you should be.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Oh, geez. Cliff's also got something for us on a Friday. What else we got for everybody? More green candles. More green candles, huh? It's time. It's time. What is it time for? What the hell is this epic music? The bombs, Joy. Time for the bomb to drop. 76,800 Bitcoin. Is it going to fall down to the trend line? Is it going to fall? We're about still about 10 minutes away from 10:30. That's usually when we start to see the pullback. If we do see it in America, lately it's just been nothing but up around, of course, the American Open. I wonder to know if you guys think in the chat. We got 10 minutes, so this to play out. Are we gonna dump? Or are we gonna pump further? All right, at 10:30. All right, by 10:30. By 10:30 in 10 minutes. We are going to blank. There we go. We are going to blank. All right. Dump or pump. Pretty simple. Dump or pump. In there. For you guys in the chat. And go. Okay. Let's see. Let's get back over to doom scrolling. As Bitcoin figures it wants to shit or get off the pot. All right. Let's see what else we have here on doom scrolling today with X. Anything else breaking? A lot of hopium. A lot of FOMO. Crypto holder right now. Let's pump it up. Yes, let's pump it up. More pump it up videos. 77K, let's effing go. Bear market is going away. Just a reminder, when Bitcoin pumps, this is the best meme song ever created. It feels like that, but of course crypto teaches you pain and patience. Everyone told you Bitcoin was going to 40K, but you never stopped buying, and price hit 75. Yeah. Take the orange pill, guys. Don't forget to take the orange pill. Don't forget to take the orange pill. We don't talk about it enough. Don't forget to have a piece of Bitcoin before it's all gone. It all goes to the super rich. Remember, only 21 million Bitcoin, only 60 million millionaires in the world. There's not enough Bitcoin for all the millionaires. Eventually, it's going to be a mad rush. And it's all going to be gone. Bull market in 2026. Yeah. That's also trending. Cliff shared that one with us earlier. Elmo is having a good day today. Me, when my $603 Bitcoin or crypto bag turns into $821 overnight. Yeah, pretty good, guys. Managing my almost $1,000 crypto portfolio. Yeah. Crypto hodlers today. Yep. Got a little bit of lunacy going. Lunacy, guys, coming next week. Don't forget Jackson Hole, leading into Jackson Hole. Full moon, new full moon. Yes, waking up this morning. Man, crypto Twitter is just living it. There's no news. It's just all hopium. This is not a good sign. Strategy. Well, maybe it is a good sign for retail liquidity to come into the market, but bears going to start pushing back soon if they continue to get a little too wild and crazy. 69K, third shift, double shift this week, and the ice cream machine's still broken. 700,200 on Bitcoin. Green candles, 2 green candles later, I'm basically retired. Yeah, it's the mentality here. Crypto Twitter is still down 91% from all-time highs and seeing a 6% candle. We're back. Jeez. Bitcoin back from the dead. Of course, citing Jim Cramer also sold his Bitcoin right again a week or two ago, at the beginning of the month. No one said we had to be humble on the way up. Yeah, there's all the people. Yep, all the peeps who sold their Bitcoin back in 60K. Yep. Looks like Bitcoin up 25% in a week. Michael Saylor is bathing in the orange bath. Yep. All right. So yeah, it's all just hopium. It's all just hopium. Yep. Yeah, and I remember that little back the CFTC head, and he was sitting in the background just kind of smiling, and Trump was talking about Bitcoin. Ridiculous, and crypto assets clarity and all that thing, all the things. They're all invested, guys. They're all invested. They all have, of course, outed their crypto holdings. They are, of course, the whole world knows. Everyone in the White House administration is a Bitcoiner or, of course, a crypto enthusiast, or investor, etc. Live footage of Scott Bessent intervening the Treasury market again. That's funny. Oh shit! He put out that fire, the squirt gun, from like 300, I don't know, I don't know, 10 miles away or something like that. The need for Bitcoin. I feel the need for speed. Okay, all right. That's pretty much it, guys. In a nutshell, it's all hopium. There's no news on Crypto Twitter today. Not a single piece of actual relevant news. Just FOMO. Just FOMO. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. All right. Let's get back over here to TradFi, guys. Catch up with you guys in the chat. Big boom, Nanya.
Stop working in some crashes. Tesla's stock right now is up.
Looks like Danny says, I forgot to say hi. I'm in the background listening. If you guys weren't hanging out with us last night, I have to remind you again about Wen Moon. It's been a long time since I talked about it here on my channel. It's one of my favorite tools. I haven't talked about it in probably a year up until last night. I remembered it. I was like, you know what? We got to talk about retirement, because I'm already retired. But you too can be too. If you have a Bitcoin, or if you have maybe 2 Bitcoin, maybe a 3 Bitcoin, or maybe your entire portfolio is bigger than 4 or 5 Bitcoin, maybe you can kind of estimate where you're going to go, maybe with a little bit more ROI or a little more risk. It depends on what you're, of course, invested into. It gives you an idea based on, of course, the appreciation of Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin is the lifeblood of our market. So you can kind of mix a little bit of means here, but I still just kind of course, use this estimation of my Bitcoin portfolio. So even if you have half a Bitcoin, you can also look into seeing where you would be able to retire if you just had half a Bitcoin. Yeah, if you wanted to retire with, say, like, I don't know, $50,000 a year, maybe you can live off that. I don't know where you live in. If you're going to another country like I am to enjoy my retirement, you could probably live off of like $20,000 a year or less. Right? And so your annual USD is sitting at, this is the supply increase of inflation. Of course, we're sitting at realistically at 12% inflation. I'm going to pretty much leave that. You can go as high as 15% if you want, realistically, or maybe even higher if you want to really bet on the doom. It's not good for your portfolio, though, because the strength, the weakening of the dollar, of course, and the expectation of the amount is going to be, of course, less in terms of purchasing power. So it's a double-edged sword there. Dollar goes down, Bitcoin goes up. All right, annual Bitcoin is sitting at 28%. This is the appreciation rate. It's somewhere between 30 and 35, realistically, right? If you're going year over year on Bitcoin. So I'm just going to kind of leave it at the 30 flat. And then you kind of estimate when your moon date's going to be. And this is for half a Bitcoin. If you have half a Bitcoin right now, it's roughly about $35,000, $37,000, something like that. Then yeah, you'll be able to retire in 2035 with just half a Bitcoin in February of 2025 if everything plays out to this particular prediction. You can of course mess with this and of course change all the things. And this is if you want to live in a different country and maybe live off 20 grand. Say you have 2 Bitcoins, say you have 5 Bitcoins, say whatever it is. Say you have 0.1. Get some stupid realistic targets with some small bag, right? Say you want to live off of, say you found I don't know, you're going to go Belize, you can live off 12 grand in Belize or something comfortably. And then you're looking at annual appreciation, same thing over here. You can retire with a tenth of a Bitcoin, which right now would be $770 fucking dollars. If you were, and your personal moon date would be 2042. So if you're young, you got some money to throw at the market, guys, it doesn't hurt to buy some Bitcoin. Just want to remind you to stack some sats. Don't, of course, ignore the big orange elephant in the room. All right. There's just, of course, yeah, me just playing with numbers there. That's Wen Moon, guys, Wen Moon. Big boom, yes, Wen Moon. Dunya says, pumping so hard you get better, get a pregnancy test. Damn, Dunya. That's like something Los would say. Damn, you're coming out today. Easy's got this for us in the chat. What do we got, Easy? Yeah, he's calling for a trap. A bull trap, that is. 77K restored to the market. Come on, you still are wicking there, guys. We're still wicking a little higher, too. When are we going to pull back? All right. Maybe when we look at Jackson's Hole next week. All right, when crypto keeps pumping, 100% easy. It's ridiculous, man. Carney, how you doing? Kind of scared that this is a false pump. Once again, screw over FOMO people. 100%. It's always possible. We've gone through trenches, maybe just jaded. The last 3 years of crypto has taught me never to trust a pump. Yeah. I know. I know you have that that bull market mentality as well. You're traumatized from it. I get it. I just showed everyone, though, we could be finally, even if we do pull back, we could have actually be at the bottom of the bear. I just went to the past, and we have a relatively similar breakout back in the bear market bottom of 2022, right? So I would say that we're getting close to the bottom. I've been saying that now for the last, 6 months, something like that. We're getting close to the bottom of the bear, and it's possible that we already saw it. And yeah, if we get just a little bit higher, we're pretty similar in the breakout we saw at the end of the bear market last cycle. That was about the 25. There's that's just a weekly candle, right? A weekly candle right there is actually 23%. What did we just do on Bitcoin on a weekly candle? What did we just do? About the same. Now that's also taking into consideration too a lot more money A lot more capital move this time than it did last time as well. So keep that in the back of your mind as well. That's a 28% wick already. I mean, come on. It looks just like, if it doesn't happen, it's going to be one of the biggest fake outs in Bitcoin's history. This is again, the largest breakout we've had in the last 2 years this week on the weekly move. All right. So I'm not fading it. I'm definitely not fading it. I think there's a 30% chance this that we could still see a bottom, but yeah, 70% move. This is possibly the bottom, guys. Somewhere between 57 and 60K, we're probably near the bottom, right? We're somewhere near the bottom. Anyway, we've already seen it probably. All right, let's take a look. Let's get back over to Doomberg.
From short-term trading, but if you're a long-term investor, it's
I asked you guys, we're almost there. I asked you guys about 12 minutes ago, are we going to pump or dump by 10:30? You guys are split with 10 votes, 50-50, guys. Come on. Someone break that. If I would vote right now, I would probably vote for I'd probably vote for a pump. Honestly, I'm at that point now. I'm just like, we keep wicking. We keep wicking. If we dump, we're going to dump it down to the trend line. Retest there. Strong conviction, still moving it. I'm going to say we're probably going to pump at least one more time at the C. Maybe we can hit 79.5 again. Let's take a look at the order books to see if I can verify this. We're going to see that here possibly play out in the next half hour. Let's see, by 11, 12 o'clock. Where is it? This one. Look at the weather again. Again, I showed you guys this morning. Ooh, they just came out with a new one. Looks like they just came out with a new level of resistance here, 79K. Yeah, so we are possibly going to be able to get stopped out if we get one more push to about 78,800. That's setting up right now. Very, very, very strong on the heat map right now. The bear is coming up. Conviction to short Bitcoin from 78,800. Will this time hold? It didn't happen. It didn't hold the last few times. They got wrecked all the way up there. And this, of course, is very short-lived. It's only been on the map now for about the last 6 hours. 6 hours. Again, about 8 hours ago, 7 hours ago, 6, 7, we did, of course, hit our high for the month at 79,500. Almost 80 freaking K. Crazy. All right, so now we're looking at a pump. 55% of you guys saying pump. We're getting a little more FOMO in the chat. Let me see. iCarney says kind of scared. This is a false pump. Yes. Nunya says filling in for Los. Yeah, I get it. Los is absent in the chaos this morning. iCarney says I want it to be real. Trust me, but I've been fooled so many times. Yeah, 100% fooled so many times. Dump sounds like the end of the week market close thing. Yep, it does. It's usually what happened on Friday, right? But the conviction is still out there. I'm still really shocked on these wicks. Did I even see any support at 76.2 or 76.3 anymore? I didn't double check when we were over there. 76.3, yeah. It got pushed back down, and we did knock off a little bit of it, but it got built up again pretty quick. It's just not that strong in the heat map right now. 74K stronger. That's if we want to do maybe a parallel channel for a little while between 74K and 78. That might happen too. But we gotta come down later and at least retest the trend line. Come on, before that. All right, so that's gonna be 78. Pretty much 78.8 right there. And yeah, the parallel channel is gonna possibly go to 70. Oh yeah, it's right down there, 73 flat, 73.3. It's pretty much right there. We haven't had any real pullback yet, guys. It's just been nothing but up since Wednesday. Nothing. Just following the trend line. Will it continue? It looks like 55% of you guys in the chat say yes, we're going to pump it. This is nuts. This is just nuts. Are we just going to keep pumping till Jackson Hole? Like, what is the end goal here? Are we going to keep pumping until the Fed intervenes and says, like, we're gonna, we're gonna raise rates if we have to, or say something, hawkish like that coming into the meeting, or the Jackson Hole conference next week? Yeah. Nobody knows. I can tell you right now that Yeah, Scott Besson's been making it harder for him to look like he's in control. I can tell you that. All right. Let's get back to it, guys. Anything else happening in TradFi? I don't know who that old bag was. All right. Have shed more than 8% of aggregate risk from situational awareness portfolio. This is Griffin.
Happen if it had gone differently. So there is something to that.
Yeah.
That
Kramer's
said,
out,
systemic,
I guess, today.
No, but still good for Citadel and its reputation.
Yeah. When we come back, Jefferies chief market strategist David Zervos is with us. We'll talk about why Treasury's intervention might be a green light for risk assets. Later on, the expert says forget bonds and oil.
What else we got? Doomberg? Anything from Doomberg? And that might be it.
Organization, but less emphasis.
Oh, Mike McGlone.
Like Bitcoin or Doge.
We got to start this. Oh, he's gonna shit all over us, guys. Here we go. You want some Doom? Let's listen to some Doom right here. My boy, Mike McGlone. Calling for 10K again. You going for 10K again? Fucking idiot.
What are you, stupid?
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm trying to get the beginning of this interview with him because he's going to shit all over our asset class, guys. Here we go.
Joining us from Miami. And Mike, I know you have your
He's in
questions
Florida
about
too.
the fundamental value behind Bitcoin as well, but just give us your explanation for why Bitcoin is getting a bid this week.
Like
short
anything he says
covering
matters.
rally within a bear market, and there's probably a few better ways to spark a short covering rally in the summer doldrums in August than having President Trump on national TV with a bunch of Bitcoin people in the background talking up crypto. So I think that helps. But Ira, I think you are the perfect person to be on for this because you nailed it. Those of us like you and I have probably traded bases in the past. You trade a future versus cash in treasuries. In Bitcoin and crypto, there's no basis. It's just hopium that the speculative digital assets will go higher. So I look at this right now. This might be the warning that we're entering volatility season. And I think it's more of a bear market rally. And problem is that 10, that's almost approaching.
A bear market rally that sent Bitcoin up 30% in a single week, in 3 days. Oh, okay.
5%. That's just a major headwind for something that has no income.
So, Mike, when we think about cryptos compared to other assets, and I know you've been all over the oil trade and everything going on in the Middle East. How does the correlations between some of these markets shift when you have the president coming out and commenting that he wants crypto to be the new thing and wants the U.S. to be a leader in that space?
Well, that's a key question. The key point is if you look at Bitcoin as in terms of correlation, number one, it's highly correlated to the stock market. On a 5-year basis, it's way underperforming. It's almost about the same. And it trades at a much higher volatility. So from a risk management, portfolio management standpoint, 101, that's a bad asset. And so I look at it as what he's doing is helping emphasize what's really the strong technology in this space, and that's the proliferation of tokenization, i.e. stable coins, crypto dollars, where you can track the dollar and transmit a dollar on your phone instantly, global. You don't need a speculative digital asset anymore for crypto like Bitcoin. So that's what's changed. And now the thing is we had one in 2009. Now we have millions. There's an unlimited supply, and there's so many of these that track nothing and are still worth billions. Things like Dogecoin are worth $13 billion at the moment. So I think things like that need to get purged, and then we'll find a decent bottom. Right now, this looks like an August short covering rally that's cleansing out the shorts.
How much do you read into ETF inflows into Bitcoin ETFs? They've been kind of all over the place the last few weeks. I mean, there was this period from, let's say, May until late June where every week we saw net outflows. But, it feels like the tide has turned around a little bit here.
Scott, I think that's a good place to go because it was the launch of U.S. ETFs that kept me bullish. We could look forward to that. Now, that happened in Q1 2024. And then it was Mr. Trump flipping over to being bullish on the crypto space. That was kind of final nail, I think, in the coffin for cryptos. But now this is in the mainstream. We know the rules about things that were markets that were mostly insiders. And once they go mainstream in a bull market like that, it's usually over. And to me, this is a signal that's over. Now I look at Bitcoin. It's almost, in the crypto, it's almost a complete sock puppet, this stock market. Stock market's got to go up for these markets just to stay stable. And they've already flunked the test this year. The Bloomberg Galaxy Crypto Index is down about 20% in the year, with the S&P 500 up about 12%. So it's already telling you it's probably done.
Mike, just a minute here or so. Can you talk a little bit about some of the legislation that has to happen? And if we wind up getting the Clarity Act, will we see more of what you said about the stable coins and more tokenization, but less emphasis, again, on something like Bitcoin or Doge?
Well, to me, Ira, that's the key. All this legislation is great for the U.S., great for us to acknowledge that this whole space went to the dollar, its base layer. But for speculating in highly volatile digital assets that track nothing, I don't think it's good. It's going to put all this stuff in the chain, and a lot of these things like putting treasuries on the chain will show, hey, I can get 4.7% on a 10, I get nothing in Dogecoin.
All right, Mike McGlone, really appreciate your joining us as always. Happy weekend to you. Mike McGlone is senior commodity.
Yeah, thanks for nothing again, Mike McGlone. All right, again, he didn't say anything about his $10,000 Bitcoin call that he's been, of course, doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on since like 3 years ago. Yeah, it could drop to 10K, Mike McGlone, what an idiot. All right, yeah, he called Bitcoin a, what was it, a sock puppet compared to the Wall Street and, of course, the stock market. Or you say, I think his direct quote was, "It is a sock puppet for the stock market." What the hell? Because it's just following the stock market, he says. Well, how is it following the stock market right now? How is that following it right now? All right, let's get back here. Let's see. I want to be real, says iCarney. Dump sounds like the end of the week market close thing. Hopium is still strong, says Cliff. Sock what? Yeah, Nanya, yeah, sock what? HFSP, what do we got this? Second Doge? What? Second code? What is this? When you tell you no corner family and friends to HFSP, that's, of course, have fun staying poor after Bitcoin pumps above 70K. Yes. Have fun staying poor.
Guys. I'm just kidding. Come on, it's a joke.
Yes, just like the Bitcoiners did, of course, tell Germany when they sold their bag a few years ago. Let's ask Nanya, says Mike and his hemorrhoids. Ask Mike about his hemorrhoids. Yeah, he looks like he has probably a good hard time going to the bathroom. Guys, we are pulling back to the trend line. We're almost there, almost there. Will she continue to pump once she hits it? Looks like, again, 62% of the guys in the chat say the pump will continue. 76,900 now on Bitcoin. Again, we already crossed the line through, of course, 1030, and I'm still here. I'm still here. Things are still happening in Bitcoin today. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on with Cliff. We got more more moons? What? Yes, crypto market this week. That's an oldie but a goodie. Holy crap, dude. Doge is up 22. Is really Doge up 22%? Every dog has his day, I guess. Let's see. Since Wednesday. Whoa. Oh yeah, Wednesday. Of course, he mentioned Doge. It's got a $13 billion. It's based on nothing. It's got a $13 billion market cap. Yeah, 22%. Okay, not quite 30. Not quite 30. All right. A little bit of fun there they had with that, but it's still a really good move, of course, for the dog coin. On, of course, today, again, possibly breaking out. Finally, a lot of other coins finally getting the squeeze from the 1010 sell-off range on every single chart. Pretty much seeing that on every single chart. Mike McGlone didn't mention anything about the squeeze. Nothing about the squeeze, right? Finally getting squeezed on every asset. Link now reaching 1140, guys. The days, like I was telling you guys before, I was buying, I was telling people to buy, and I, of course, recommended buying on a good, of course, valuation. Link under $10 is a great buy. We haven't been able to buy Link under $10 since Tuesday. Since Tuesday. And looking at, a lot of these other coins as well. Long-term holds. Ondo's still a good buy under 40 cents. Still hasn't broke 40 cents yet on Ondo. $4 coming for Uni soon. Under $4, still a really good buy on Uni. And BitTensor, again, that's already over. Under $200 is gone. You missed out. Sorry. Maybe we'll come back to the trend line one more time, but still it's going to be pretty much breaking $200 if we go back to the trend line on that one. All right, hype also feeling the hype as well, breaking out. This one also moved, I think, 30% since the low. 40 since Thursday only. Was that Thursday? Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh yeah, I had it right. No, that's last week. Since Wednesday on the breakout, right there. So it is starting right there. It's about 33% up on hype. The hype is real on that one. It's still stopping on resistance, though. New all-time high coming soon. Yeah, soon. It already hit it. It already hit a new all-time high, $77.89 on hype. Again, also coming off the news that it's going to be entering the States with proper regulation and control. Let's see. Anything else here? Not really. The bigger movers. Gwei. There we go, guys. Threw some more orange pills at Gwei. We threw some Canadian Viagra on the board last night. Gwei is coming back up in a bull flag right now as well. This is the time. We just saw a pullback, a little bit of a pullback, slowing down on Bitcoin. This is where the altcoins, the smaller altcoins, like to, of course, start to move. Once we start to go a little sideways and a little sideways chop on Bitcoin and Ethereum, then of course the small guys come out to play. It's like when you go under the ocean, right? The apex predator is like out there, so you have like your shark. All the other small fish kind of scatter, right? And then as soon as the shark leaves, all of them come out to play. That's what we're waiting for, guys. Just another school of fish passing by. All right, let's get school of sharks, I guess. Let's get back into more news. Anything else breaking? We're really reaching for news today, guys.
In the short term, why are they so confident? The confidence level at the Fed has been way too high, and I think Kevin is trying to pull that back a little bit. That's more of the messaging I see, is to try to let it flow a little bit more and not project some sort of air of knowledge that really they've never had. So I think
maybe a slightly hawkish tone coming into next week's Jackson Hole. All right, what do we got from Besson on CNBC? Oh, that's damn, we're already at 10:45, guys. Holy crap. That's usually when I start my run. All right, let's take a look and see what else we got. A little bit longer tonight, guys, as we're still hanging out with Bitcoin at 77K. Besson efforts in the treasury market so far haven't worked. Here's what else he can try. Yeah, I mean, the US dollar to yen, it still hasn't really worked. It's at 158 today, though. Almost back to 159. Getting, again, the high we had at the middle of the year was like 164. It didn't really work too well. Still not too well. That's one of the things they're referring to. And again, the treasury yields and the spending. U.S. military says it aided passage of about 660 million barrels of oil through the Strait of Hormuz since May. That's a drop in the bucket of what we used to produce. Wasn't that like 120 million barrels a day or 200 million a day that used to go through there? And we did that 660 million in like just a few months. That sucks. Ken Griffin says the Citadel unwound more than 80% of risk tied to a situational awareness portfolio. That's pretty much all we got in the headlines. Bitcoin's still reaching, guys. 77,300 coming back up. All right, let's see. I'll be back over here. Yep, a little bit of a bounce there, touching the trend line. Finally doing that thing. And that was the only thing I had. Actually, we didn't even go to the trend line. Not all the way. Not all the way. No, we're still going bullish, guys. This is stupid. This is stupid. Dangerous. Dangerous. Geez. Oh, was it Marge? I think Marge Simpson. This is dangerous. Freaking. All right. Let me get back in the chat. Bitcoin Asia. Asia's largest Bitcoin conference scheduled for August 27, 28 in Hong Kong this year. Isn't next year's in February? I was looking to go while I'm in Asia next year, in February. I think it's next year's. Is that you, BitBoy? Wait, is that who? Is that BitBoy right here?
If you were bullish before, now you can take your bullishness, times it by 10, multiply it by another 25, add 2, and then times it by 1 billion, and you're still only half as bullish as you should be.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
All the orange pills today, guys. Afternoon. Good afternoon. Danny Nolan in the house. How you doing, Danny? How you doing on, of course, another FOMO-driven day, FOMO-driven rally on Bitcoin. Yeah, so we do have the, next week during Jackson Hole, the Bitcoin Asia conference is taking off. The conferences aren't usually a good sign. Usually the Bitcoin pulls back on the conferences. I'm just going to tell it like it is. It's historically what's happened with Bitcoin, especially the biggest one in America. We've always pulled back on Bitcoin. But Hong Kong, I don't know. Historically, if we've really like tied that to a certain a price action. Let's take a look and see what else we have here from Carl Moon, the clip. I think we covered that one. Yes, got another clip here from this one I didn't get yet. Oh, Jesus, damn, Pepe coming out here chopping the bears in half. Jackson Hole, Bitcoin Asia, full moon lunacy next week. Yes. Getting that lube out. Easy's ready for a pullback. He is ready to get reamed. Ooh. Yes, we have the monthly close next week, guys. Next Friday is also actually, is it next Friday? Ooh, shit. Oh shit, guys. Yes, next Friday it is. Okay. Next Friday. So next Friday we're gonna have options expire on Bitcoin as well. Next week is gonna be nuts. It's gonna be a lot of volatility next week. We have options expiring on Bitcoin. The bears nowhere in sight holding any sort of range anymore with any conviction. Again, if you guys are just joining in right now, we just looked at the order books. We're looking at 78,800 as the next point of control for the bears. And that's all. This is all within the last 6 hours they built that level. So will that hold? You don't know. It's just full lunacy coming into next week. Jackson Hole, Bitcoin Asia, full moon lunacy, 100% cliff, monthly close. We have options expiring for Bitcoin. There's all this shit next week. Crazy. Bitcoin could be over 80K by the end of the weekend at this rate. Monthly closes Monday 31st on the monthly close. Says Thero B side. Yes. All right. So we got Monday. I mean, it pretty much will be done, I think, after the options expire on the 28th. It'll pretty much be over anyway on those particular moves. All right, anything else going on, guys? I am reaching. I'm trying to stick around as long as I can to hope to see another breakout or a dump. I want to see a dump or a pump before the end of my live. 67%, you guys say a pump is coming soon, and we're already 20 minutes past 10:30. So we're already still holding the trend line. We've already had a few strong wicks, and we're going to get another retest possibly soon to about 77,800 and see if we can get back above that level. If we can break through there, then we're possibly going for all the way. 78,800 would be the next big one, but we just got to get back to 79K. That's not that far away. Not that far away. We were, of course, 79,500 was the high from last night. All right, let's get back to TradFi. Reach a little more. We have to ignore pretty much X right now because it's just nothing but FOMO over there. It's just nonsense, which is great. But yeah, this is what Bitcoin feels like during pumps. But if it's just no new actual legitimate news, this is just FOMO. This is all FOMO, all FOMO, all FOMO. It's very scary, very dangerous when you see this stuff happening. And there's nothing but this on my Twitter feed. Crypto shorts right now. Yes. This is great. All right. Let's get back into full lunacy, guys. Full lunacy. Let's get back to TradFi. Bloomberg's on break. Any real news in crypto after this?
1968. It's incredible. That said, does this
rent hits all-time high in
Manhattan
Manhattan?
on the rest of the market?
The normies cannot afford anything anymore. Beef, you guys didn't see the headlines. Trump is dropping tariffs on beef for like a short period of time because the normies can't afford beef anymore. I don't know if you guys seen those videos, the TikTok videos, people in the supermarket. People are pissed. Why is this piece of beef like $40 fucking? Yeah. I can't afford it at Aldi. It's at Aldi. This is probably like $80 at freaking Walmart. It's just ridiculous. Those videos are front and center everywhere, guys. The pain is real for for the normies. Retail. All right, let's get back over here. We're going to get into more crypto news, see if Cointelegraph has anything else breaking right now. Solana cuts blockchain slapped by 350 milliseconds, 350 milliseconds. We already covered that. It's all old. CoinDesk, anything new over here? Last 2 hours ago, Cold Card ships firmware update, blah, blah, blah. Bitcoin slips back to 77K. Strategy sits on $1.4 billion profit on Bitcoin holdings as price surges. All right, let's continue. Again, he's up now. His average, I think, is like 75K. He's up now. Quite a bit. Let's take a look. Anything else? More crypto news over here. I love this, of course. It's always breaking news over here. Bitcoin's fast claim above 75,500. The start of a new bull phase or just a squeeze. Can it be both? I honestly, I think it's both. We got squeezed out of the 10-10 sell-off range. We're edging higher, but we haven't really confirmed a uptrend just yet. So we're at the very beginning of possibly the new bull phase, or at least getting out of the bear. I showed you guys, if you're just joining, I showed you guys earlier. We had a similar breakout to what we saw in the past bear market cycle ending, about a 30% pump on the weekly on the end of the bear market in 2023. It was basically between December 31st and January 1st. Don't take my word for it. Double check the chart. And again, we don't normally see a 30% move in the middle of a bear market, right? That's why it's been on my thumbnails for the past few days. Like a bull market rally and a bear market, and that's not normal. Why is crypto going up today? Breaking China's DeepSeek reveals the new AI model to rival Anthropic amid the $86 billion IPO buzz. Insanity. More DeepSeek doom coming soon for AI in America. Again, remember what happened last year on that one. Huge sell-off in April last year. Huge in the stock market. Came back though. It got better. Meme Core enters NASDAQ through $1 billion deal. What? Crazy. If you guys are not familiar with Meme Core, it's bringing basically crypto rails onto social media to push meme like things, I don't know, through of course the blockchain and social media, getting of course Web 2 integrated a little bit into Web 3 via meme coins and bullshit. Blockchain ecosystem built on meme culture has announced $1 billion strategic transaction with Zero Stack, a public company focused on decentralized AI infrastructure involving Pupil AI Incorporated and Block Cat PTT. These sound like really respectable organizations. Principles of meme core ecosystem. Under the agreement, Pupil AI and Block Cat will contribute 925 million meme core tokens to the Zero Stack. The tokens are valued at $1 each. Total $1 billion in return for the company will receive 3.5 million in Zero Stack shares. The pre-funded warrants up to about 36.2 million additional shares. Warrants have agreed to a 25.19 per share. Yada yada yada. That transaction will give Meme Core greater exposure to the public markets and create a new connection to the Zero Stack decentralized AI strategy. Yeah, so that's going on. Okay, nuts. Nuts. All right. Anything else happening? Arthur Hayes talks about Bitcoin and Ethereum. We already talked about that this morning, and pretty much everything else is the same we covered earlier. All right. There's another one. Bitcoin now breaks fair value gap ahead of Trump's Friday speech. Is a speech today? What? I didn't know about that. Let's find out. The question is whether the liquidity gets back absorbed when the President Trump speaks in South Carolina on Friday. So when's he going to be speaking today? And what's the topic? Is it for the midterms? Is he doing a rally for midterms? South Carolina Trump speech. When is it today? EST. He delivers remarks in South Carolina in Myrtle Beach, August 21st. It just says, what the hell? Myrtle Beach Convention Center. Give me the time frame. I even put specifically today, EST, time. The specific time has not been provided. Yeah, you gotta, of course, wait around all day for that one. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. All right, guys, 77,300 still being contested. This is it. Are we going to make it or break it right now? We have seen the last time we did touch this, we've seen a large wick downward right on Bitcoin, about almost a full percent down, or I have a half percent down. Last time we did attempt to break out of 77,300. Let's see if we can do it this time. Huge wicks coming to support the overall, of course, trend line going forward. Still. Let me get back here. Bitcoin's the tree of life, says Cliff. The tree of life. God. Damn. The halving, the keys, mining, Satoshi, nodes, lightning, the ASICs, UTXO, SegWit, channels, HODL, layer. Jeez. SHA, 256. Peer-to-peer, internet, wallets, exchanges, security, seed, economics, cryptography, blocks, layer 2. All, of course, on the branches of freedom, its users, its price action, and user adoption. Okay, Bitcoin's the tree of life. That's coming from Simply Bitcoin this morning. A difficulty adjustment? How about that one? Oh my God. All right, let's see. Degen Moonlight. This would be possible without Trump. Dems would joyfully continue to destroy crypto. This wouldn't be possible without Trump, he's saying. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, that's what we saw from Gary Gensler, of course, in the earlier 2020 years, right? 2020, 2021, all the way to 2024. We had to wait till freaking 2024. It was hell on earth going through the early 2020s with the Dems. I agree. They just didn't, even with FTX. They were one of the largest contributors to, of course, the Democratic Party during some of those cycles, and yet there we are, all the bullshit, all the craziness, yeah, it wasn't like he didn't invite Gary over there. Gary was over there plenty of times, and he didn't see anything wrong with it. Yeah, the whole thing was just manipulation. 100% agree with you, Degen, in the chat. Curtis Kimball says, yes, sir. Thank you for the info. Could you also take a look at Polygon and Pith? Yeah, let's take a look at some altcoins while Bitcoin's trying to break out of 77,300. Getting about retest right now, guys. It possibly could get there. Let me get over there real quick and just take a look at one of those for you. Yeah, take a look at Polygon. Polygon a cracker this morning. USD, Black Bull Markets, what? Coinbase, US dollars, Polygon. Yeah, there we go. I'll get rid of hype. Hype is still on the hype train for sure. Reaching new highs this week. There we go. Polygon, Kraken, sure, whatever. Sure. All right. Yep, still in a run. Again, don't forget, guys, the smaller coins are just starting to come out the gate right now. Polygon it's a dinosaur, but it's still a smaller, of course, market cap. So we do have to wait, of course, for Bitcoin and other coins to start to slide, to stand by. So don't get too crazy. But yeah, it is still in a bull flag right now here on the hourly. Obviously, the smaller time frames, longer time frames on the 4-hour reaching for sure. We back test this like all the other coins right now. It's probably hitting resistance in the same exact spot, looking at the same like chart. Again, hitting resistance this morning at about 9 cents to 9. Possibly got to get back above. Let's see. Same sort of range here as all the other coins if it continues. Maybe we can hit our head again off of that 10 cents 05. That could be coming soon for Polygon. Again, all coins are going to look really similar to this right now. All right, let me get back in the chat, guys. Let's get back in the chat. Again, rally has to continue for that. Bitcoin may be going a little sideways, of course, would be amazing for more of these smaller altcoins. Again, it took 3 days finally to see a little bit more price action on the Gwei, for example, right? 15% up right now on Gwei on the day. Zbeck, another smaller coin, right? In terms of overall market cap, 14% out the gate today. These are doing all right. Again, they had to wait, though. They had to wait their turn. They had to wait their turn to finally start to see these moves. The zero sub B side, Trump has been worse for crypto than Biden. Last year, it looked that way. Obviously, we have a big push for regulation that we never had before. I have to remind you, the end of 2024 with Biden vetoed the market structure bill. That would have passed. It was about ready to pass. That was before we called it the Clarity Act, before of course it got changed into 3 separate bills and all the other shenanigans, right? It would have passed, but they wanted to choose the winners. They wanted to choose BNY as the the first bank to operate within the crypto rails. It was ridiculous what was happening back then. You got to look it up for yourself. That was back in 2024 at the end of the year. Yeah, a piece of paper came in, says Biden wants to veto this. I'm not sure he had no clue what was going on with that bill. Okay, yes, sir. Thank you, God, for the info that you can take a look at Polygon. I think I did that when they asked. Cliff says Bitcoin Tree of Life. The Vero, I can't pronounce that. The Rob side, is that what it says? The Rob side. Trump coin itself destroyed the bull market and marked the top. Yeah, I would say that was the worst thing he possibly could have done right out the gate, was make that fucking coin. I said that when it was happening. I was like, that was a really bad look for our industry. Thanks, Trump. And that was like a few days before you got inaugurated. That was stupid. Then he continued to, of course, invest in the asset class and got, of course, the Dems going on that one by the end of last year. The bottom is still in, says Flat Smack. The bottom is still in. Flat Smack. Coming out and smacking us. Flat? I don't know what the hell it is. All right. I'm running out of steam. Stupid? We're at 11 o'clock now, guys. Shit, or get off the pot with Bitcoin. 77,400, 500 reaching. Let's take a look again at the order books. How's the war doing? Oh, still deadlocked between the bulls and the bears. Bulls are starting to push through a little, gaining a little bit of ground, but not by much. Take a look at the order books and see if we're still got the same key levels of heat on the heat map. Again, if you guys haven't already, Kim of the White Snow Lion brings us this for free as a tool for free on YouTube. Don't pay for it, get it for free. Of course, this is the heat map, the live book map. All right. Here we go. Let's zoom on in, see what else we got. Overall volume still continuing to pick up a little bit more. 14.3 billion against the Bears, 13.3. Not as high as we were seeing again. It's a Friday, right? It's not as high as it was on Wednesday. $22 billion on Wednesday. That might have been a new record for the year, because I think the last time we had in April was like 20 billion, was like some of those days back then. $20 billion in overall volume. All right. So yeah, that's falling back a little bit. It is Friday, guys. So don't, of course, fade. The low liquidity on Fridays, still a thing. People are, of course, getting ready for the weekend. Still in an uptrend, yeah, on the short term. Still looking okay. Again, very, very short period of time within the last hour and a half, 78K coming in here for, possibly pushing back Bitcoin at those levels. Not as strong as what we have up here between 79 and 78.8. And again, if we do lose that, it's possible we do finally break down into the weekend and hit our, of course, bottom here at about $74,000 on Bitcoin. It's going to be a parallel channel either way. I think at some point we will probably come back down to at least contest the trend line, which we've been waiting for all freaking morning. We still haven't done it. We've wicked it once, twice, and even got a little tighter to the upside, and this is usually a pretty bullish looking setup for another leg up. The question is, do we have enough legs to break that 79K? And I just don't. On a Friday, I'm just not convinced. I'm just not. At some point, we do gotta capitulate, go sideways. It's been going on for 3 days now. Friday would be a good day to do it. All right. Anything else here? Not really. That's pretty much what we're heading into, guys, into the weekend. It is, of course, Friday. Low liquidity. It's going to be, again, it's still sunny. Yeah, with a chance of showers maybe by the end of the day. Thunderstorms into the weekend. Maybe sunny again by Sunday. It's going to be a bit of volatile either way. It's going to be volatility in the markets. It's the weather, of course. So the weather. Update on the weather. The bottom is still in, says Flat Smack, and I think that's my call, guys. we're waning, but I was really trying to see if we could last this out a little longer and push for a breakout, but I'm just not going to probably see it till like 12:30 maybe. This to play out. All right, so I gotta try to get some more stuff done. Maybe get some sun. It is Friday, and of course, I do live in sunny Florida. I'm working on my tan for Thailand. I gotta get that done too. But yeah, we're still looking at a possible retracement after a breakout. I don't see it going much higher than this right now. Maybe into next week. If I had to put a percentage on it, we're still going. I mean, like 60% probably still going to the upside. 40% that we're going to come back down and lose it to about 73. So we're going to be back again tonight, and it's going to be a long one again tonight, guys. We have 2 live streams coming up tonight. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe if you like, of course, what you see here today. We have more coming tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk about the market close, of course, what to expect into the market. Coming for Monday. Yeah, we have our Patreon live. We're going to be hanging out until the endless hours of the evening, until we all pass out and have a little too much to drink. It's usually what happens on the Patreon. So if you guys want to hang out with us tonight, don't forget that my Patreon's only $15 a month. And we'll talk to you all again soon. Have a good day, guys. 60% chance that we do see just a continuation of this going into next week. Yeah. 40% we see a pullback by, of course, the end of today. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm looking at. We'll see what lands tonight. Good night, guys. All right, have a good one. Stay safe. See you all again soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
Yes, sir.
Fly me to the moon, let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my key. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Till my world is more wrong and let me huddle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I'm on board. Hollywood shop in the door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
My portfolio is still looking very happy. My meme coin portfolio, not very much so. Not very much so. But again, it's only 0.01% of my entire portfolio. It doesn't really matter, guys. Please don't invest any more than you're willing to lose. Especially on the meme coins. Didn't seem like they really are a focus anymore in these, of course, rallies ahead. How you guys? A good one, guys. I'll see y'all again tonight. Stay safe. Later. Peace.
Watch the cash burn.